Hello and welcome to this new series, which is actually Planet Coaster. It's a very different game from my usual games, but hopefully it'll be fun. It's about making the best theme park possible. We're gonna go for a modern style theme. It's gonna be great. So let's get right into it. And let's just go ahead and choose a really good name. And I have something in mind. Frog Champ. I feel like that's a really good name, and yeah, perfect. And so it begins. Now I started off by just making some roads, because obviously in the woods, and then I was thinking I really need a good entrance, so that was the next thing I began making. Now I did think that it would be really cool if I like made this window arch, so like you go through doors with windows and then the small window walls so that you can look out. I did end up finding out that you can't actually look out them in reality, but let's just act like you can because it looks a lot better like that. Then I made these poles because I wanted like them to hold up. I also made a mistake with the windows that I fixed pretty quickly. And keep in mind, this is actually one of my first times making entrance or anything in general in Planet Coaster for a long time. And I also want to say that this series is going to be focused on it looking good. Not like productivity or anything like that, just it looking good. Because I really just wanted it to look good. So I thought it would be cool if I made this thing with the roller coaster, because obviously it's a Planet Coaster. I tried with the straight one, well, kind of straight, but it didn't work out. So I did this thing where I wanted to place these, like do so inside it was this brick wall and outside was this modern white wall, but it just didn't work out. So instead I removed the brick wall and just made white frames and some white walls instead. And yeah, I do think that this building actually turned out pretty good. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would, for sure. So I'm pretty happy with it. I did also make the roof like, and the entire building was kind of experimental because I hadn't tried building anything like this before. So I really just hope that it turned out good. But yeah, all in all, I feel like it was really cool because I made the roofs like it's a bit original, I'd say, because I haven't actually like I just thought of it. It's not like I got an inspiration or copied it from anybody. I just thought of this and thought it would look pretty cool, so I kept it. And actually, it's also gonna look really cool later with the information board when that comes, because the roof is gonna match up. You'll see. And then I added the glass just to give it that extra flair and some like poles to hold it up. Well, not hold up, but for it to look like it. And then I thought I need to get something outside, so I began making a bunch of plants. So I thought it'd be really cool if I like made this like same plant over and over, and then made some other plants over and over, and I thought that'd be really cool. But I had to do it like this, so we got 4, like it's about the same on each side, and yeah, that was about it for this one actually. I made a few more plants, but there wasn't much more. So yeah, I'm gonna stop commentating now and you can just watch this. And at this point I thought it was pretty much done. Now the next thing I wanted to make was the information, and I wanted to be really close and possibly connect, but I wasn't quite sure how to do it yet. So I started by trying to look if I could do it with the glass, like with those again, like in the interest, but it didn't really work out, so I just decided to make it all white because I'm going for a really modern style. And then I thought it would be really cool if I could like connect them together. Like connect the information booths and the actual thing together. And I mean, I feel like it turned out really great, well, because I did try some different things, seeing how it looked, but this probably ended up being a lot better than I thought it would be. I made these small, like, grounds because I thought it would be cool. But yeah, that was about it because I thought it was really cool that they matched with the roof, and yeah, I thought the entrance was looking really good. The next thing I wanted to make was the shop area where you can eat and drink. So I first started out by making the paths. Took a bit of time, but I found out I could make it bigger, so I found it really cool to make like the story like that, and I could make, and then the spot I could make like some plants, some like to make it a bit more decoration. So I made a bunch of different like types. On the one side is like more drinks, and the other side is more like food. I kept with the style of keeping it modern for the entire thing because I really wanted to keep the style for at least for now. And then I added these because I thought it looked cool. I thought it would look cool. And then of course I had a roof. And then I had a bit of trouble for figuring out what to do with this because, as you can see, the thing wasn't equal with the other. So I ended up like using those small things and some poles to make it look good. But even though it took a bit of time, but it didn't, I feel like it ended up looking really good, in my opinion. Yeah. And the next thing I then made was some plants, some trees, and some benches. Just, you know, a place to eat and just to make it look good and cozy, because that's important. So yeah, I did a lot of like these plants, and I tried to like make it the same basically, and then also use the same trees to make, you know, just to make it like look the kind of the same on each side. And then I make some scans, and I actually found out that I made these ones wrong, so I had to replace them, but that went fine. And yeah, then I placed some of those because I just found out that they existed. And yeah, that was about it for the shop area. I made some signs, and there wasn't really anything else. And the next thing I needed to do was make the staff area because I got a notification that I had to do it. I tried to make this bridge over the starting area, and I had a lot of trouble with it because first of all I didn't know the correct keybind, so I had to make a new keybind, and then they kept matching with the starting area, which was just so annoying. And eventually I got it over it, but it didn't exactly look like I hoped it would because it's not exactly like even, but I just gave up and went with it because I was pretty sure I couldn't get it to Rick the way I wanted it. And yeah, then I was gonna begin making the actual staff facilities because if staff don't have facilities, they'll start working and yada yada. And yeah, I also had a problem with the words not matching up. I actually had this through the entire playthrough a lot of the time, but I found a fix to it really quickly, so it didn't really matter. And another problem happened with me trying to connect it to the building and didn't work, but that also ended up working, luckily. And yeah, so it was pretty basic. I added some of these because they made a little effect, just a small one, but it was a pretty good one if you see it. It just makes it right, like modern on the top, so it's not stone, and I liked it a lot. And yeah, it was a pretty simple build. But yeah, that was just all I needed to do. And in this part, I thought it would look pretty good, so I just lined up for a shot so I could like talk about it looking good. And I know it's not decorated that much, but we're gonna do a lot of decoration next episode, so don't worry about that. Now I did actually realize I missed something, so I thought it would be really cool if I just made these roses like everywhere. So like I made roses because I thought it would look really cool to have like a wall of them to like block in the area and make it look a lot better. And personally, I feel like it ended up looking really good. Like I think it was a really good solution and that it worked well. And yeah, I just did the same over to the other side. But hey, this is 400% speed, so yeah. It took quite a bit of time, but I think it was worth it, honestly. Yeah, and when I was done, I was actually pretty proud of it because, again, I thought it was really cool. Like, I thought it looked really cool. By the way, if any of you guys have any suggestions, feel free to tell me in the comments because I am completely open to them. And as you can see, I also like make the same thing over and over. But now I did actually want to make the first coaster thing, so I decided to start off by making a Ferris wheel because I thought it would be really cool to like be able to look over my recently made structures through the Ferris wheel. So yeah, I made this cube obviously because if it doesn't have cube, it can't really work. And yeah, then I also colored it so the actual Ferris wheel was green and then the thing was on was blue because it would represent that a frog on water because I'm a frog obviously. So yeah, and I mean I thought it ended up looking really cool, the Ferris wheel. And yeah, that's about it for the actual Ferris wheel. The next thing I had to work on was the queue because obviously it was doing really bad at the moment and I needed to get that fixed. So I started by making a priority queue because I just always do that because why not? And then it was time to actually make the queue. So I decided to make a lot of trees to like block it off. Again, I like blocking it off, and I added the stones just to give it that extra feel. Then I added the exit because I forgot to add that. And then I began thinking I should add some flowers and just plants to the actual queue. So I found these bushes, flowers that I thought would look good, and then I used these roses again because I just feel like these roses look really good when they're right next to each other. Then I wanted to like do this so it's trees, trees, so it's like trees again, and yeah, I mean it all in all I feel like it ended up looking pretty good. It got completely closed in trees, and yeah, I feel like it was pretty successful. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions to the queue, you can just tell me in the comments because I'm always open to ideas. We'll probably change it later. And that's about it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll be making some actual roller coasters, so that's gonna be exciting. And we're also gonna be decorating a lot more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye!